Hi everyone, this is Claudine Helmuth and I'm excited to share with you today my donut truck printable kit. So you can see the truck here from all sides, and when you open up the truck there is a donut tray for a 3-inch donut that will hold your donut gift in place nicely. You can also fit in donut holes or mini donuts, things like that. And then I've gone ahead and included a tray for 3 mini cupcakes as well as 2 standard cupcakes. So you can see how versatile this little donut truck box is going to be. Now it's actually really easy to put together, but I've got a couple of little tips I'm going to share with you right now. When you download and print out your kit, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have 3 pages for the truck, and then you're going to have 3 trays included. First is the donut tray, and then 2 cupcake trays, one for standard cupcakes and one for mini. And I'm going to be showing you on this video how to assemble the donut tray, but the cupcake trays assemble the same way. Now to get started, what you're going to do is cut around the outside edge of all of the pieces on the template. And I just want to bring your attention here. You'll see on the piece with the lid, you're going to cut in on this red line and cut in on that red line as well. And just a quick tip to help you speed up cutting. When you're cutting out the pieces with lots of tabs, you can just go ahead and cut in a straight line all the way up. And you really don't need to worry about cutting out these little V's. You can instead just make a little notch right there and there. Now the tabs on here that you'll want to be careful with is cutting these. You'll want to cut the top tabs exactly on the line, but the side tabs you can go quite quickly on. Those don't have to be exact, so you can just speed on up there with your scissors and then cut that out like that. And same thing with the bottom tab. These don't need to be exact because they're just gluing tabs. So I'm just going to cut very quickly. But on this top tab, I'm going to follow the lines exactly because that is a slit lock closure, and we need the lines to be very close so that that way it will close with the lid. On this page, I want to go very carefully along the outside line because this outside line determines the outside shape of the truck. So you just want to be careful here and as well with the lid. So just follow that line. And once you've got it all cut out, just make sure to cut on those red lines right there and on the other side of the lid. Now for the donut tray, you're going to want to cut out the center rectangle using an X-Acto knife and a ruler. So be very careful when you're cutting that out. Now I designed this template for a standard 3-inch donut that comes from a USA national donut chain. So a pretty standard sized donut, but even that said, not all donuts are ever exactly alike. So you may need to increase or decrease the width of this rectangle ever so slightly. So just measure your donut before you get started. Now that we've got all of the pieces cut out, and that really only took just a couple of minutes, we're going to need to score all of the dotted lines so that they will fold properly. I'm working here on the Staples photo matte paper, which is about 61 pound, and this is just the generic paper sold at Staples, but you can use whatever cardstock weight your printer will take, and if you want glossy or matte, that's totally up to you. But because we're working on a heavier weight paper, you can't just fold it because it won't fold nicely. What we need to do is score it. So what I've got here is a legal pad, just a blank pad. Then you want to have a ruler, and you'll want a pen with no ink in it so it doesn't make any marks when you write with it. And let me just focus there. Okay, so I am going to line up my ruler with the dotted line, and you want to make enough allowance so that your pen will draw down directly on the dotted line. And I'm just pressing down, and then you can see here it makes a nice fold. It's going to fold very cleanly and easily. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to all of the dotted lines. Make sure not to miss this dotted line that is right here on the lid. It's hard to see in the video, but you can see it in real life. And then also the dotted line here on this side of the lid goes from this line to that line. So it doesn't go all the way through to the other cut line. So go ahead and do all of that as well as on the donut tray. Now that all the pieces are scored, you're going to want to fold them all down to make sure that you've got all of the fold lines scored as well as nice clean folds. Get them ready for assembly. And on the front of the truck, you just want to fold it like that so that that way it will sit like that in the profile. And now we are ready to apply adhesive. And the type of adhesive that I like to use is the double-sided tape that you can apply using this tape gun. I just find it very easy to apply. It's got a nice hold. You can use just regular double-sided tape that comes on the roll, or double-sided tape that you can get in smaller dispensers from the craft store. Any will work. Just make sure you get permanent and not repositionable. So on my kits, the way I've designed them is that if it's got a letter on the tab, that it will get adhesive. So all of these pieces, A through K, will get adhesive. So if you're using this type of roller, you're just going to roll it out until you've done all of the tabs. Now we are ready to line everything up. So tab C here on the bottom of the truck goes to the opposite side of the truck. So you're going to line it up very carefully and get it exactly even with the dotted line. And also make sure to get it even on both sides here and here. Tab D goes back here on side D. On your printout, you'll see where it indicates what side that is. So it goes like that. And again, make sure that everything is lined up. Make sure that the dotted lines on the side line up all the way through. And then tab E goes here, and again, carefully line everything up. And then just press into place. So now we have a big piece here with the entire truck. So we're just going to start assembling. So I'm going to take tab A here on the back and connect it to the side. Make sure that it's all even, like that. And same over here on the other side with tab B. And then we'll do the front, and it doesn't matter which side you start on. I'm going to start over here with tab K. And my little tip is I'd fold it forward, and you just want to kind of press either down or up depending on the give of the paper to line up the bumper and the line drawings right there. And then switch over to the other side. So you're going to switch back and forth so that it assembles evenly. There we go. Now here's a little trick for assembling these tabs. If you insert tab J like that, but hold tab I outside, it will fall exactly into place. And all you need to do it will fall exactly into place. You can see right there. So then all you need to do is just reach inside and press to secure. And then same thing over here with tab G. If I have tab F on the outside like that, because normally you would want to go like this, but then you have to be kind of lining it up. So if I keep this tab out like that, those line up perfectly, and then I just press into place. Then I'm going to swing tab F in here and just line it up. And same thing over here with tab I. And there is our little truck, almost completely done. You're going to make sure that this is folded over this flap here really well as that. And then you're just going to press in with the lid and lock it in on that tab. And then you'll just press in with the front and it's closed. And what's great about this tab closure with the slits is it's going to hold closed. You don't even need to put a piece of tape or anything like that to hold it closed. So then you can open it again like that. So again, to close it, you're just going to insert it there and then press it closed in. And here's the donut tray already scored, already applied adhesive to all of the tabs. And all you're going to do is just fold over the tab and connect it to the corresponding side. Like that. So then there you've got your little tray. Now on the tray, it says this side to the back of the truck. So you can see there's extra allowance on this so that way your donut will be centered. So you're just going to place that down inside, and then you will take your donut and you will place it in there. And then just going to close the lid. And it's all set and ready. Who doesn't love a donut? This little gift is going to brighten anyone's day.